Hey folks, Dave Notting here at Speed Dial. We've had Fed Day. Can't think of anybody better to talk about it than Danielle DiMartino Booth. Hawkishly dovish, dovishly hawkish. What does an advisor tell a client who's calling him right now, Danielle?
Yeah, and I think a lot of advisors' phones are blowing up right now because Jay Powell went from sounding conciliatory and we're going to pay attention to the credit crisis and the credit crunch. And most members of the committee are really worried about tightening lending conditions. Oh, really? Really? So the markets went from green to it started to sound like he was a little clueless. And then he was asked point blank, are you planning on lowering interest rates in 2023? The answer was no. And markets did not like that. I think the biggest takeaway is that advisors should be telling their clients right now that higher for longer is a real thing when the dot plot that we get 4 times a year shows that the Fed plans on the terminal rate at the Fed funds rate at the end of 2024. At last check, we're in March of 2023. But the Fed now anticipates that the Fed funds rate in December 2024 is going to be 4.3% higher than it was 3 months ago when it was 4.1%. So they're actually communicating, buckle up. You're going to be in a higher for longer environment. This is not the same investing backdrop that you've been used to for the better part of 40 years. And you have to be able to pivot to what Jay Powell, at least for now, barring a systemic event in the U.S. banking system, that they have to adjust to the reality as Jay Powell sees it through his eyes. But I would throw one quick dating caveat out there. Silicon Valley Bank has been added to a list of now 3 banks, PacWest, First Republic, not being able to raise capital. So we need to pay attention. The media is doing a very good job of glossing over what's actually happening in the banking sector. But the fact of the matter is decent size, big size banks are unable to raise capital. So you need to be very cognizant of the fact that even though regulators are telling you this is over, it ain't over if they can't raise capital.
So it sounds like not a time to be making big moves in portfolios, but definitely time to be paying attention.
You better be paying attention. You need to reduce your sleep and watch those headlines very closely, because if your clients hear about something before you do, it's going to make it look like you're the one who's incompetent.
Well, thanks, Danielle. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, if you want to see more of Danielle's work, check her out on Twitter at DiMartino Booth, probably the best way. You can also head to etftrends.com for daily insights. I'm Dave Notting. See you next time.